Okay, so let's just finish off this board. What I want to do is I want to actually add a logo to it. Not logo, just a name of the board. Normally, when you manufacture a PCB, you'll get your manufacturer will put in some sort of serial number somewhere on the edge, along the edge of the PCB, but you want to identify what this PCB is. So, and also we've got a couple of zones which we can still stitch together here. So what I'll do is I'll do unfill the zones. I'll zoom in and I missed it. Okay. Copy my ground stitching via and just paste it inside there, and that will link it together. I can also do this one. I could just move that via from here a bit further and clear the area, or I can just stitch it through there. That's okay. Now, I want to create a little name of the board or text. So I've got a little bit of space here, so I can actually put it in this area there. There's a few ways of doing it. You can do it on silk screen layer, so basically make a yellow writing right there. Or if you want to do something a bit more fancy, we can actually put it in copper. So what I'll do is I'll move this via here, or actually I can remove it completely. No, I will not remove it. I'll just select this one and move it, let's say here somewhere. Actually, I can remove it completely because I've got a big ground plane there. So what I'll do is I'll select that one, delete it, that's gone. Now, I need to clear this area from copper to create copper writing. So first thing is 0.25 mil. Yes, that's fine. We can leave that sort of grid. I'm going to create rule area, so which means that this is like a keep out zone area. So I'll select that, pick my first point, which I'll actually pick in the corner here. Area name, I'll just name it logo, and I want to keep everything out, and I want to put this on the top layer. So I'll just say okay, and I'll just sketch my area. Doesn't have to be exact because I'm going to later on modify it anyway, and I'll just close it off. Done. Now, so this area will be excluded from my copper pool. Now I can, again, still being on the top copper layer, I can put in some text. I'll use a text box, and I'll just click here, draw this box. I'll change it the size later anyway. And I'll put in ATMegaDevBoard, and then I'll put in maybe my initials, RB, and then version of the board, version 1. Or I can put in version 1 behind. It's up to you how you sort of arrange this. Text heights 1.5, I'll keep it as default. It's on the top layer. Border, yeah, I want a little border, 0.2, that's okay. Could be thinner, but it's fine. Actually, the text thickness is 0.3 border. No, that's fine. I'll just say okay. And yeah, you can see they didn't quite fit in the box. So what I'll do is I'll stretch that box a little bit further. So I just need to select the actual text, grab by the side and make it a little bit longer. Okay. I can also move that corner right there. Can also move this corner in. That's okay. And my keep out zone, it's almost exactly where it should be, but what I can do is I can bring it a little bit closer just to have some clearance there, some distance between my border and my keep out zone. So that looks good. I'm going to save the board, zoom out, and now let's just flood it again. So edit, fill all zones. And we've got a nice logo in the corner. Now, if I switch off my bottom layer, you can see that there's not copper in this area, it's just text. And everything else is flooded. We fixed those little areas here and there. Yeah. So that's perfect. What's left? There's one more thing to do, and this is the capacitor. So what I'll do is, usually what I do is I remove my fill. Whenever I'm working on a board, I just remove it. So unfill, zoom in. And we need to indicate, because this is polarized capacitor, we need to indicate which side is plus. You can either do it the same way. I'll actually show you. The diodes are done, because diodes are polarized. So you can see that yellow line coming from the back, but not from the front. And that gives this sort of indication of polarity, that this goes to the ground. We could do the same here. Or I can just put in a symbol somewhere near that capacitor. So what I'll do is I'll deselect everything. Go back to my footprint selection. Select this footprint, right mouse click, and I can say open in footprint editor. So opening it up. It takes a little while to open. Come on, don't be so slow. Okay, it did open in another window. So there's a lot happening there, and obviously we are editing this footprint, and it says editing C3 from board, saving will update the board only. So we are not actually changing definition of that footprint in general in our library. We are just modifying it on the board and keeping it there. So silk screen is already selected, so make sure that this is selected. And then what I'll do is I'll just add text. Again, that popped out in the window. The text is going to be just a plus symbol on silk screen, width, height, thickness, probably go 1.5 maybe, a little bit thicker. I'll do 1.5 for width and height, so it's a little bit larger. And it should be okay. It's got to be visible, yes. Okay. Okay, so I've got a nice plus. Now, pin 1 was my positive pin. Just to verify, I can actually flip to my layout. And pin 1 is the one with VBus, so positive voltage. Pin 2 is ground. So I'll just flip back to my editor, and I'll position this plus somewhere near pin 1. I'll just position it in the corner right there. Now it is yellow, it is on silk screen. I'll just save this. This will only save it locally on that board, not to the library, and close it. And here we go. We've got a plus next to our pin 1. It's a good clear indication to the polarity of that particular capacitor. I'll zoom out, save it again, and I think we'll finish on there. The manufacturing output will come later. We'll do it in another session. So to finish it off, I'll just reflood my ground planes again, fill all zones. I'll run my DRC checker just in case. Run DRC. No errors, nothing unconnected, everything is fine. Save it. And we are done. So this board is finished. Oh, ATMegaDevBoard board. That's a mistake. Let's just select all items. I'm going to edit that text because I've got a spelling mistake there. Okay, that's better. Resave it, making sure that everything is saved, and this is finished. When uploading the project, I'll just close this. This is my complete project. This is the actual folder with all the elements in it. When uploading, you can actually remove this from the zip file. So if I go back to practicals, this is my project. I'm going to upload it. So right mouse click, add to zip. So I actually have 7-zip, which I like to use, but if you don't, just go to send to compressed zip folder. Put your initials at the front. So at the front of the zip file, I'll just put in RB underscore, just to make sure, so I know that this is your work. And when I go to the zip file, I can actually remove from the zip file the backups, because I don't need all those backups there. So I can delete that. Delete this folder, yes. I can also remove, this is the log file. I don't need that, so I can delete that from here. And this is the contents of my zip file. So I'm not deleting it from my practicals, I'm only deleting it from the zip file. And the rest of it is all fine. CDS, we don't actually need them because we didn't use them. That was just demonstration. So I can also delete that one and delete XLS. And yeah, that's pretty much the set you want. Info cache of tape, not sure it's a system file. I would leave it there, it doesn't really matter. But we've got all our files are here and they need it. So if I go back up to practicals, that's my zip file with those extra files removed. Now make sure that you don't remove them from your main project. So if you go to your project, there's still backups, there's still log file and so on. It's only the zip file we can clean it up a little bit, ready to be uploaded. And that's all. That exercise is finished, or practical is finished.